Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Phillies versus Blue Jays Major League Baseball matchup on Wednesday, May the 8th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks. Our best bets, use the discount code PICK. You'll get 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make larger bets. If you bet like $500 or $1,000 or more per game. These products, we have them. They're just not available under the Premium Picks tab at the website. They're still easy to get. You just got to text the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets like I do, just text the number. But let's get to it. Got the Phillies taking on the Blue Jays, two teams with pretty high expectations coming into the season. The Phillies really delivering on those expectations overall, while the Blue Jays not so much. And the Blue Jays have played a lot of games on the road. At least it certainly feels that way. That they've played so far 36 games, and 20 of those have been on the road. So not all that much more, but boy, it just feels like it. And they have not been playing all that well on the road recently. Today, Chris Bassitt gets the ball for the Jays. We know this guy can pitch all over the rotation from the 1 to the 5 spot. And meanwhile, Aaron Nola on the mound for the Phillies, who they invested big money in. But over the years, Nola has rarely delivered for the Phillies, the type of stuff that he's been expected to. Maybe back in his rookie year, he was really good. But outside of that, not much cooking for him. 2018, he had a great season. But outside of that, he's been pretty much middle of the road. But they pay him like he's a frontline starter, and the odds makers treat him like he's a frontline starter. And the thing about him is he's allowed 35 hits over 43 1/3, a 3.32 ERA with 16 runs crossing the plate, 15 walks, so a little to the high side for my taste. 40 strikeouts, though, and 7 home runs allowed. So a lot of walks, a lot of home runs. These are the problems as to why he's not the ace of the staff at the money that he's making. Meanwhile, Chris Bassitt on the other side for the Blue Jays, like I said, he does whatever he's called upon to do. He had a rough outing against the Dodgers 2 games back. In his first 2 starts, he also allowed 4 runs in each of those. So he's still battling the ERA numbers, coming in at 5.45, which is about 2 runs or even more higher than his career average. So, maybe he's a little back-end loaded here, allowing 43 hits over 36 1/3, 22 earned, 34 strikeouts, 6 home runs allowed, 18 walks. So about a walk every other inning is the way that Bassitt's been cooking. But when you look at his games, the games that he does walk the batters, these are the ones where he generally gets into trouble. And, we've seen that for most pitchers, right? So when we look at, we go further into this thing, we know the Blue Jays, really not that great on the road, not that great at home. Still trying to put the pieces together, and a lot of it has to do with that bullpen, which really hasn't been playing all that well. But the Jays hit righties significantly worse than they hit lefties. So the Phillies hit righties worse than they hit lefties as well. But for the Jays, it's significantly less. It's 217 versus 247. For the Phillies, 248 versus 264. Meanwhile, we look at these bullpens, and they both absolutely stink. So, see what kind of value we can get here, if any, with the Jays. Philadelphia 28-9 in their last 37 in the interleague games. And I'm really just looking for a way to take the Blue Jays in this game. But to be honest with you, I don't see it. And I don't see any value here on the Phillies either. I'll tell you what, I think we got an over in this one. And that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.